Good evening and welcome to Paranormal Path Peeps, and hope everyone's well. So tonight I have three guests. One's got a technical issue, but he'll be back with us in a moment. So we have Dave from Always Asking. We
Hi.
have Martin from Spook Central.
Hello.
And we have Dave as well from Spirit UK, who is having technical issues. I hope everyone's well. Sending healing to a friend who had an issue today, and certainly hope you're feeling better. I won't mention any names. But hi, Carl. Hope you're okay. And you doing okay? You investigated Doncaster Museum, didn't you, Dave?
Yes, we did that Saturday with Ames Slaney. I'm not seen her for a while. I love it because my interest is aviation and the paranormal. So it's two things in one. Awesome, it wasn't as busy as it has been. It wasn't as active, but it's still good. It's a good place to go. I do like it. One of my many choices to revisit all the time, I think. So.
Yeah,
I'll definitely go back there again.
Yeah.
I do like it. I do want to go. I went years ago before. Wow, a lot of years ago. And 6-7 years ago, and awesome location. So much to see there, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
It is quite a big place.
Yeah, all the hangars and the offices and everything. So it sounds cool. So we're kind of hoping out for Dave. I've just had a phone call from WhatsApp. I don't know who that was. I don't even know the person. So no idea what's going off there. It's crazy, isn't it?
You're going to be wappy at you then. I think you got technical problems like Dave, haven't you?
Oh, wait. So I haven't actually shared the show, so I need to sort that out.
Right,
so let's start with the normal question then, Dave. Where did it start for you? What was the first time that you noticed something about paranormal?
I'll be honest with you. When I was a kid, hi, Paul. Paul's there.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, that's true. When I was a kid, I was scared of the dark. I was scared of where I slept and everything. And then sort of gradually, I became a bit more sort of, aware of it, so to speak, aware of the darkness. And it only started to me really about 10. I've always had an interest in paranormal and different things, but it started to me about 10 years ago. And the first place I ever went to was Sinai House.
Wow, yeah.
It was my mate sat at work just talking as you do. Said, "You fancy going on a ghost hunt?" I went, "Yeah, Daz, we'll do that." And that was it. From there, joined different a certain group and went with them, and then did a lot of things around Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, and then I enjoy doing it now. Because I enjoy it because if we don't find anything spiritual, we guarantee to have a good laugh, and that's what it's all about.
It is.
Going out on a Saturday night, the draw is adrenaline, and we are a good group. We all get on well together, so that's what I really enjoy.
That's it, because I met the predecessor of the group before Spirit came along, and and that's where a lot of you met, isn't it? And
yes, it was. Yes,
it was such a great group. It really was. Like, we've got Kelly Weir watching, Helen Jones here, we've got Paul Jones, and like we all sort of met in those days, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I met. I don't know, someplace, a school in Derbyshire or Nottingham. I don't know where. I can't remember now. And that's when I really spoke to Dave and got on well with Dave.
Yeah.
And then you just start becoming friends and start going on these adventures, don't you? So.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, don't we have some experiences?
Yes.
But, during the time, it's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is. So we're supposed to have Dave on, but he's disappeared at the moment. I'm not sure where he is, so I'm keeping an eye out. So Helen says, "Good luck for tonight. Nice to see you all." And cheers, Helen. I miss you. But Helen's just so lovely.
Oh, Helen, get that tuna ready.
What I was saying about Helen, about 5 years ago, I was really struggling, and I went out on one of the Spirit nights,
Yeah.
And Helen was so lovely, and she did a little pack up.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Little nice treats, and I went camping the next day,
yeah.
and it was during it's 2020 or before, and it was
Just before
stormy
COVID.
enough, and it was absolutely horrendous. But it's lovely to get these little treats and biscuits and things like that, and lovely, I think, drinking chocolate. It's just lovely to have that little pack what Helen had done for me.
She's a really nice lady, Ellen is.
Oh, absolutely. And Paul, oh my God, he's too funny. Oh my gosh, you all are great. Oh, so he's working on it, right? We're trying to get Dave back, I think. But yeah, and we met you, and we meet up same, don't we? We go on events together, and we just enjoy it. We have a laugh.
Exactly. Because I think there's some people out here in the paranormal world that maybe do take it too seriously.
That's right.
But then again, you've been at work all week and you just want to release. Anything is a bonus, so to speak, isn't it? So,
That's right.
If we don't get much spiritual activity, we always have a good laugh.
Yes.
Always a good night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Always. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You go away thinking, God, I can't wait till next week. See them.
Oh, yeah.
You do. It's simple as that, isn't it? And I remember saying to one girl once, when I was with somebody else on the haunted company back in the day, I said, if you don't see a ghost or you don't see any spirits tonight, I guarantee you'll have a laugh.
Yeah.
But they went away happy because
we always do.
We entertain.
You always leave looking forward to meeting up again. The next one.
That's right. Yeah.
And sometimes we can get a bit sort of maybe I could call it a bit irate with each other sometimes, Paul. But no, we just laugh it off because he's a totally great bloke, like Martin and Dave. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of which, here we have Dave. Hey, hello.
Hey, Dave.
Sorry about that.
Bit of technical issues there. But Matthew Armstrong.
Matty. My man from work.
And his finds, and you just have these really amazing experiences, don't you?
Yeah. I love him. I love going on them.
Yeah.
It is fascinating.
You never know what you're going to find or what's going to happen, even if you've been to the same venue 10 times.
Yeah.
That's right. We really don't know. I've got a technical issue here. I've got a high-pitched sound. I've not got a clue what it is, but it's just come up again. So
you sound a bit echoey to me.
Do I? So it's the way it should be, the group having fun, even if nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it, isn't it?
And do you not think, though, that the friendships that you make with the people, the paranormal community, it's fantastic. You may not see somebody for a year, but you always, hello, Anne-Marie. And it's another good member of Spirit, is he?
Definitely.
There's some good people out there.
And you're generally here all supporting each other as well, aren't you?
Very much so, yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
That's what it's all about.
It's back again. Let's see what happens this time. Oh dear.
You couldn't write it, could you?
Well, I've got this beepy thing going off as well, high pitch noise. I don't know where that's come from either. So that's that's only just come on within it came on at 1:45. It went and it's come back again.
Well, you probably hear the trains go past, don't you? If you heard that was a train.
I was a train. I thought it was a technical
the barrier, and then you hear the train. So
it's a hashtag demon. There you go.
Yeah.
So, Helen, bless you. Unity is the key. We all enjoy what we do. We should share in the experiences. Yep. That's the key to us paranormal investigators. Having a good time and going away happy is the best thing for us. We're very good friends, like all of you. Oh, wow, bless you.
Yeah, that's right. Totally agree.
Yeah, Helen.
But that is what it is about, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, it's just lovely.
Michelle.
I've got Michelle. So, Michelle's a lovely person.
Yeah, Michelle taught me how to make my own rempod. So, thank you, Michelle.
Definitely. Wow, there you go then. Kelly loves all, not Trennan.
Hey,
Well,
I invited you to our wedding.
No, I don't know.
Oh, bless you. So Gina lives in the Bible Belt. It's so hard finding people interested in the paranormal. So I love watching, listening to groups who don't dramatise or stage things. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks so much, Gina. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Gene, that's good.
Oh, that's lovely. But yeah, we just go out, we do our own thing, and it is a passion. Like I'm seeing now, it is kicking off a lot in social media, isn't it? Not
Yeah,
many,
it
in
is.
the US, the UK, everywhere. And I just don't know what's happening. And then there's people going, "Oh, you should investigate like this. You should do this." Well, it's your path.
Yeah.
So you just do your own thing. You do what you feel works for the individual.
That's right. It's one of those, isn't it?
Everybody has their own style of investigating. You know, you get
That's
these guys
right.
sometimes, these million and one gadgets,
You've got to have a bit of laughter and a bit of fun on there.
Yes.
Because if you're too
definitely.
strict, you just don't enjoy the night at all.
No.
Because most times when we're having a laugh together, that's when the activity kicks off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if the spirit's going, hey, I'm here, take some notice of me.
It always happens,
That's
doesn't it?
right. Yeah, how many times you just totally ignore them and then something happens?
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Well, it happened Saturday, didn't it? When we was having a chat, a bit of a chit chat and a laugh in that corner, and then the balls were going off and different things were happening. And then as we started asking, it went flat. But because we was ignoring it, the spirit thought, "Oh, I better have a bit of a play here." It worked like that. So
always happens.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I find energy circles. So basically, if I do sort of my own investigation, like everyone just stand around in a circle and try and sort of generate energy, and then after that, anything can happen.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I probably don't think there's enough of that though these days. We sort of all go off and do our own thing. So
That's it.
it should be compulsory. We should do the energy circle first.
Yeah, that's it. Because you've been on the events I've booked, and we just go to a location, work together. If you want to clear off and do your own thing, and that's it. But I know that you're not going to mess about.
No,
You're going to be respectful to the location.
Oh, God, yeah.
And that's the biggie, isn't it?
Yes.
And the people around you. Because if you're too noisy and you interfere with somebody else's investigation.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yes, definitely.
That's right. Because I know, people have done team shares before. And it's just been crazy, hasn't it? Where, people do team shares and then some people just historically, walked in on other groups and
Yes. Oh, yeah.
just leave us be, just give people an hour to do the thing and then maybe move on or what, and but at least give them an hour, and that's it, isn't it? So I've got a few comments here.
Yeah, go on.
So Andy, definitely find your own style. Wow, Anne-Marie, her favourite place is the old schoolhouse in Sproxton. Wow.
I never did that. Sorry, Dave did that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was my old team.
I was there.
Yes.
Wow.
That was a really interesting place for the size of it. You didn't expect much, but it kicked off. There was some interesting stuff. I think Phil was there as well, wasn't he? And
yes, yeah, he was. Yeah.
Can't remember who else, but yeah, it was.
Helen,
Paul,
it was
Phil, Colin.
Yeah. Oh God, Colin. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Probably wasn't my favourite one though, but it was definitely up there on the list. We should probably look at doing that again sometime.
Well,
Yeah, please count me in on that. I really want to go. So basically, there's a booking through the previous group, and it was in this it looked like an old schoolhouse, church hall.
It was an old schoolhouse, yeah.
In a tiny little village, and you think, oh, you're not going to get anything, just see our child or something like that coming through.
Yeah.
And we just totally underestimated the place. That's not what came through, is it?
No. There was some quite weird and old nasty stuff that come through. I've not
Yeah.
quite experienced that before at any other place. So yeah, it was really interesting. But I'm not going to tell you too much because if we do go back,
Well, we
either
think
will or
it's
won't
like an
happen.
ancient, some ancient, wasn't it?
Druid.
Yeah, who used to be on the land, and like, oh my gosh, we ended up all being ill for a week after that one.
I think Anne-Marie took the brunt of it.
Yeah,
if I remember.
but I know we took somebody out, and we had trouble bringing them around for ages. No names, but
that was Anne, I think.
no, as well as that. That you know,
okay.
but yeah, we got the sage out and like everything. Like, it's just hard to bring it. Yeah, and,
Let's go there again.
It is incredible. It really is. Like, it's a bit dodgy driving there in the dark with the narrow roads, but it's been absolutely awesome place.
Yeah,
So
it's literally the middle of nowhere.
So we've got Helen Jones asking this as well in Spirit UK. So what is everyone's favourite investigation and why? So start with you then, Dave, on the top row.
Oh yeah, mine. I think Marty knows the answers, and probably Dave as well. I love Guy's Cliff.
Yeah.
Not been there.
You've not been Guy's Cliff, Helen? Oh, no. Come with us, because
honestly,
Sam was there, wasn't she, Dave?
Yeah, I wasn't very well on the night, but it still happened. Yeah.
But when Dave, me and Martin went a time before in the coach house. And in the dark room, but the door was opening by itself, and we put a rempod actually on the door. I think you went, Dave, and as the door opened, we took it off a catch. It felt like somebody was trying to move a catch.
Wow!
Took it off the catch, put a rempod on the door, and as the door opened, the rempod was going off, and there's no wind, was there, Martin, or anything like that? And it was like, and then doing it for a couple of minutes, then it went. It just went.
Did the door close afterwards?
Yes, it did, but. Ian was there, Martin. I was there, and yourself, and we both said it was like being in one of his films. Where
it was like we felt as if everything was going to kick off, didn't we?
Wow. Yes, and
that's the first place. And the first time I thought to myself, "It's happening now. It's all kicking off now."
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
So that was good. I love Guy's Cliff, and I like anything personally. I like anything to do with. I like anywhere.
Yeah.
I like anything to do with aviation and railways. I love doing railway places.
Well, it's, I was going to say railways. One of my favourite was Great Central.
You got the photo, didn't you?
Yeah, that was
Leicester
good.
Great Central. I've been to 2 parts of the line, and I've managed to get a good photo at each place.
Wow.
I've probably not
photo
shown
you got was amazing.
Yeah, it was brilliant, definitely. Because everyone tried to debunk that photo, and you couldn't. And I've been there, and I couldn't even get the photo. You can't.
And the second photo I got was from Rothley Station, which is a bit further down the line. Okay. We did a night there as well, and we were actually down on the tracks, and there was it went so quickly, but there was clearly an outline of someone running across the track.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
If I find it, I'll send it to you at some point.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if you share it on your page, and then I'll share it over.
Yeah.
Path, and then people can find.
I need to stamp them first so nobody nicks them. But
gosh, you do now, don't you? Definitely.
Yeah.
So, what about you then, Martin?
Well, same as Dave, Guy's Cliff, because of the activity that we had there, amazing. Yeah. But before Guy's Cliff, I'd have said Woodchester Mansion. I've had some really good stuff happening there. One of my very first investigation years ago was at Woodchester. And, it's unfinished building. I was on the top floor and there's a big drop behind me and no floor. And I could hear footsteps walking on a wooden floor behind me. And there's nothing there. It's just a big drop.
It's incredible.
That was good.
It?
And also in the cellar, I felt something next to me. And I looked to my left and it was like a shadow over the top. I mean, I'm quite tall and this shadow was taller than me.
Oh,
so that was good. In Woodchester. I'd love to go back to there again.
Yeah.
Plus, where it is, I don't know if you know, but you don't get no phone signal at all because it's down in the valley. You're completely cut off.
Oh, that's good. And you're sort of not going to get any background noise or anything.
No, you don't get no interference at all.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. You know, it is on my wish list, but I'm kind of restricted to that now around me. Gina says, do we ever do investigations in US or just in Europe? And I do want to come to the US. I do want to go to the Queen Mary. Well, there's loads of places I want to go.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
That'd be fantastic.
Specifically the Queen Mary, because my dad used to work on it.
Oh,
so
that'd be
he
good,
used to work in the engine room on it. Wow. So always as a kid, he used to say, I used to work on the Queen Mary, and you used to hear his stories. But then it was after that I got into paranormal. But by then it got Alzheimer's and dementia, so I couldn't really find out much about it, which was a shame. No. But I have got an original vaccination certificate he actually saved from there. So when we did the house clearance, I've actually got this vaccination certificate from the Queen Mary.
Oh, cool.
It's like, oh my gosh. It's like, wow.
You'd have to take that with you just to see if there was any connections on when you got on there.
Oh gosh, definitely, yeah. And it also gives the year when my dad was actually on the ship as well.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, there might be photos of people of that time. So,
well,
you know,
I'd love to go over to USA, investigate some of the places there.
Oh gosh, yeah. I love to do Gettysburg as well. I'd love to go to the Gettysburg Bash. I really would. Love to go to MI Paracon as well. NOLA. Oh my God, there's so many places.
So many.
Waverley Hills. What a place that looks.
That is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive.
Like, you just think, oh, it's, you know, an asylum, but my God.
Typical American, isn't it? It's a bit bigger than anything.
Massive. Yeah, so Jeremy York, who does Things Network, which this is going out on, there's a photo of him once there, surrounded by it, and it's like, it's just so huge.
Yeah.
You know, in comparison to him, I was quite surprised.
Well, I will say, if we are going out, we are available to do anything in America. So, everyone who's watching, you know.
Yeah, don't forget us, we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly
I need to sort out a trip. You see, my problem is in the UK, we're not used to going from A to B other than car.
Exactly.
Or bus. Yeah. And the thing is, out in the US, you're flying, aren't you? And it's not something we're used to doing. We're not used to the size of it.
We're not used to that bigger country.
No,
that's right. So, like, I'd love to go to Gettysburg. Then you look where Queen Mary is, and it's a long way away. You know.
I'd like to go to is it Memphis? You know, with blues and what have you. There's got to be some history. Is it Memphis, Louisville?
Memphis, Tennessee.
There's got to be a lot of good souls there, you know. So
yeah,
and that was nearly a joke.
Nearly.
A lot of good souls.
Yeah, get it. We tried to ignore it.
Can't take him anywhere.
You can't.
We try not to, but he keeps following us, doesn't he, Dave?
Oh, wow. You know, we always lie.
So, Andy, hey, evening. It only takes one person to have a paranormal experience encounter. You might sense something in the medium, might not experience it. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the thing is about paranormal, it's about your own personal experiences, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we want to go. Sproxton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got public liability. Well, I've got to renew it. So, yeah.
Yeah, make sure there's no steps, no steps, Anne-Marie, or anything like that.
Yeah. She's accident prone, isn't she?
Oh, wow. But how many places have loads of steps as well? Like where I've just been, it had 3 stories, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was, we did Nocturne the other week, RAF Nocturne.
Oh, yeah.
My leg, or Paul can back this up, because he was absolutely shot it. And my leg, because I suffer from arthritis, I couldn't move it for a week. So much walking. But it's still a great place. And I'll still go back. Right. But, you know, we shall see.
It's like Tutbury was a problem. Tutbury was a problem as well, because they don't design steps back in the old days for castles, do they? Not very friendly.
No,
not one thing you can't slip on either.
That's right. But,
I think a lot of these castles must have taken the carpet off the stairs. That's why we're a bit naff at the moment.
Yeah.
So. Didn't have carpet, Dave.
Well, they've had so many soldiers marching up and down them. It's worn away, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they used to run up and down them steps, full armour and everything.
I know, and yet we're just like little step at a time and like nearly falling over. And it wasn't even that wet either, so yeah.
No. That's another good place, though. You mentioned it, Tuckby Castle.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a big miss if that goes off a map, wouldn't it? I think, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully somebody will buy it and or lease it, so to speak. And then
it's
debatable at the moment, I think.
Yeah, well, I've not been now. I went in February 3 times.
Lived there, didn't you?
It's great. But yeah, not planning on going back at the moment, but I might actually book to go there myself. So we'll see how that goes. I think Dave's frozen. I know he's there.
You just keep moving still.
You can see the cogs going. I'll say there's too many good places that have disappeared off the map recently. I mean, Codner was one of my favourites back in the day.
That's awful, yeah. That's right.
That was such a good location. I'm trying to think of the other one. It was the cave.
Village, Mansfield.
Village, Mansfield, yeah, that was all right.
The cave,
Drakelow Tunnels, I loved it.
Drakelow Tunnels,
Drakelows, yeah. But this is it. And obviously we've got that haunted shop now, so that weird shop. So
the weird shop,
twice now, and that was amazing activity. There are only 6 of us and the owner, and we're just standing in the darkness in the basement room, and we did an energy circle, and one of the girls went into trance, which was really impressive, and she was going around each of us like if looks could kill. It was getting quiet. I thought she was going to hit people. It was really kind of very powerful, and her eyes were, somebody actually saw her eyes go red. Wow. It was so powerful. But then he's got these it's like figures what make a sound, and lights come on, and we're just standing there, and one of them had a hat on, and that was just kind of thrown on my leg. So we weren't moving or anything, and all of a sudden I had this hat hit my leg. But then this thing with like sound and lights what started flashing, along with 2 other similar things. So all of a sudden you got these 3 things going off. You've got a rempod and a cat ball, a K2 and a cat ball going off as well at the same time.
Wow,
and it was like an amusement arcade, and like 3 out of 6 of us, well, I didn't. 3 out of 6 screamed because it was just totally unexpected, and then we sort of said, "Can you do it again?" And we were prepared, and they did it again.
Wow!
That was just like the most amazing experience for that to happen all at the same time.
No, that cellar. There's definitely something down that cellar there.
Yeah, that's right. We did get quite a lot this time. We don't want to go into detail because we don't want to ruin it for others.
Well,
You know, we were kind of looking at the link with the pub across the road because I've always been fascinated with that pub and the story relating to that. And the landlord did come over as well, but he wasn't allowed to talk, it seemed.
Right, okay.
You know, so... And you just go to this building. It's just a shop in Nottingham.
Yeah,
it is nothing. It's just a building, but it's right opposite an old market where there would have been trading anything. So it's supposed to be a fruit, veg market.
Oh yeah, it would have been really busy around there. Yeah.
Yeah, but who knows what actually happened around there? And I think quite a lot is coming to light from that building. About what happened in the days, and we even picked up boxing as well, was sort of held across the road, and dogfighting and other things. And you know, it was an area where people came from out of the city to trade the wares.
Yeah.
And
to be fair, where the pub is, I'm sure there's boxing most nights.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. It's like not an area I'd sort of go in during at night time generally, is it? To be fair.
No,
no,
but
but it's just.
Since you discovered that, though, Jacqueline, what I will say, it makes you wonder what else is out there, what undiscovered places are out there.
That's right.
You know, there's a certain cliche places at the moment where everybody's going to and maybe overusing it.
Yeah.
But we're not. We've got to then start now exploring the places where nobody goes or hasn't been explored before.
That's right.
There's a big world out there we can open to explore.
That's right. You see, that weird shop, it only really came about because of Charlene Lowe Camp from Paranormal Hauntings.
Right, okay.
So I don't know why. I don't know if she was shopping there.
Really?
And then obviously she got talking to Z and, you know, she did one live investigation there. She went back, she put it on Facebook. Somebody else quite well known in the field went. And then I went, I was the third booking there.
Oh, right, okay.
And, you know, and because I went right at the beginning of January.
Right,
and
yes.
We didn't know what we were getting. You know, you walk in and basically there's like loads of collector's items. He's got some items which potentially are haunted. He's got an electric chair there as well. And Ouija boards and dolls and quite a few things, hasn't he? And a coffin.
Yeah, it's amazing how much stuff's actually in that shop.
That's right, yeah. And Dave, what did you get from that shop?
Little Dave.
Got little Dave.
Oh yeah.
You got Paul.
No, can't call him Paul. I think
no, sorry, Paul.
Ask that guest to give him a name. Because what I've done with it, Cecil Hotel. That's a funny name.
We're just catching up.
Bins out. I even
here
cleaned
we go. What's a rempods?
And obviously now it's a rempod, and you put it on in the back, and off it goes. So, different, isn't it?
If you'd have really thought about it, instead of that beeping, you could have made it do fart noises whenever it was a detection.
Yeah, I did think about it.
I know, Joe.
How can you channel a fart in that little box? You know what I mean? So.
Oh wow, that'd be farting.
Yeah,
gammon,
definitely, Alan.
But this is from Jacqueline.
That weird shop.
Weird shop. So. I do like it and do get him out occasionally. But
I tell you what,
name people. Let's get a name to him, and don't call it.
Yeah, not Paul.
No, not Paul.
Can't call it Paul. No. You see the likeness?
He's doing the sound effects for it. I
can't get it now.
Look at the likeness. Oh, God, no. You can't do that.
I don't know, but you know.
It's my fault, all right. I must say. I'm sorry, went in the shop and I just saw that in this shop and there's like just loads of stuff there. Oh dear, rather than that, are we? And like, I think I just shouted across the shop, didn't I? That's Paul.
Yeah,
and that Dave had to just go and buy it because it's just brilliant.
I had to buy it. But like, I took all the gubbins out, and the gubbins is all. It was quite old because. It was falling apart basically, and I was trying to get it back working, as you can see the back there, but I couldn't. So I thought, hey, I'll stick a rempod on him. Make use out of him, eh? But
why not?
But Dave
comes with us to most investigations now.
Yeah. Have any spirits actually gone up to it yet?
No. I didn't use it Saturday night. No, because me being me, I set it up and it takes me about a year to do it. And then someone says, oh, you're setting up a rempod up again. But no, I do use it sometimes. But it's interesting, isn't it? I'll be over the moon when it goes off properly.
It's funny, isn't it?
We shall see.
You can imagine investigating with these guys, can't you?
We have some laughs.
Yeah, that's right. And laughing raises energy. Like if you go to an investigation and you just sit there and you're all miserable all the time, nothing's going to happen, is it?
That's it.
You know, you need to raise the vibrations higher. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, it's just fantastic, and you know, for you to work so well together. And Paul says, "Is it pick on Paul night?"
That's every night, mate.
Pick on Paul night every night, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
Or do you pick on Dave night as well?
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to get Paul on, don't we?
Got to get Paul on.
Gosh, yeah.
You wouldn't get a word in edgeways.
But exactly. But as I did say to Paul Saturday night, watch and learn. We like to call Paul the apprentice. So, you know.
Interesting.
Even after all these years, he's the apprentice still.
Oh yeah. He's got to start somewhere again, haven't you?
Well, yeah.
Oh. No, I do like this question then from Helen. So start with you then, Dave, always asking.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes we have too much tech equipment and forget to use our own sensors?
Yeah, we do. I definitely agree, Ellen. But I think sometimes it's handy to have a bit of equipment, cameras, what have you. Because the pinnacle is, what we go out for is to capture an image or capture somebody. But yes, yeah, we do. We don't use this as much as we should do. And, you know, we don't... We're not all quiet as well, so sometimes it's hard to listen. But
yeah,
you know,
sometimes when you're getting carried away with what you're chatting about or what you're into at that particular stage of the investigation, sometimes you can miss the obvious.
Yes. Yeah.
I prefer to use like a blindfold or something like that just to heighten the other senses and whatever you, and just then because I'm not looking at someone, I'm not trying to talk to them or do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've certainly, my kit has dwindled right down. I barely have anything anymore. And the kit that I did have either got nicked or lost. So
you do though, don't you? You do lose it.
Yeah. You do. It's you leave something and you forget where you put it. It's like, oh, you spend your time worrying about where it is. Yes, Ellen. You're totally right. Use a bit of what we've got, I think is
because how many times have you walked in a room without your kit or anything and just walked in and thought, there's something in here, this don't feel right in here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I tend to take my kit, I don't use it. If I do a live, which I don't even tend to do lives that much now, because I've done a live feed and live investigation. And then there's the spirit getting, hello, I'm here. And you're talking to people on the phone. Like, what's the point? So I go in, I've now got a camera, which was nearly left at that weird shop. So here we go. You know, you just leave it on the corner and then that's at the end of the night, you're tired and you've got to go home and that's that. But I find now that I do a lot of, I like to call out and not use it much.
Yeah.
So maybe sort of lay out some like K2s, things like that. And that's it. And sometimes can be too many beepy things as well. They get on my nerves.
Yeah. Or you can be stood there staring at the rempod waiting for something to happen. And like I say, it could be right next to you going, hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
You've got a full-bodied apparition walk by.
Yeah.
You know, and if they have got like kit to use, then are you missing something else? You know, are you missing them making, you know, are they focusing on that rather than making a sound?
Yeah.
Or, you know, you're not getting a light, the spirit light or something like that.
That's true. Very true.
We've just got to the point with Spirit UK where we can now do lives on TikTok. And we've been like that for the last 3 months. Yeah. We haven't used it yet because we've got to the point where it's like, what would we actually use it for apart from going live to everybody? We wouldn't be concentrating on what's happening in the room. So,
but I think with TikTok, things like it's great doing a live, but maybe smaller snippets and just put them on.
That's the way forward.
You've got to keep a bit of interest that way.
Did anybody else just hear that?
I heard that, yeah. I thought it was a train going past Dave's house.
It was.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'm about 4 foot away from the main line here, Dave, so yeah.
Yeah, you walk out his front door and the train lit you in the head.
What the hell was that?
Nando, hope you well.
Oh, dear.
But no.
So Gina loves us. Hope someday she can find a group of people like us. You're all awesome.
We're all in the UK.
Yeah, I know.
Come over to the UK. You can come out on a group with us then.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I think it's once you find your tribe, the like-minded people who are like you, isn't it? You know, I think like when you first start in paranormal, I started off by going on these public events, and then you kind of get to know people. Then you get to know the people who are running like events, and then you get to know which ones you want to go out with, don't you?
Exactly.
That's it.
And I think, and I think
that's kind of how we started, because back in the day, obviously, I was hosting for the team that shall not be named. And Dave happened to come along to one of our events. And when Dave came on our event, me and him seemed to sort of bounce off each other, didn't we? Quite literally. And then Paul and Helen as well. And then somewhere along the line, we met Martin. I don't even know when that happened.
I think, if I remember right, I'm trying to think where the first investigation I come on with you. Was it one of the stations?
It might have been, you know.
All right,
Grand
I think it was the first time we'd done Grand Central. I think. But then I was talking to Paul, and we realised that I'd met Paul years ago when I was hosting for Paranormal Discovery at Smethwick Baths.
He's just mentioned that in the chat, actually. Baths.
We didn't realise until we got talking. I thought, oh, yeah, of course it was. It was years ago.
That's another beautiful location we've lost.
I know, yeah. It's good there. I like going there.
It's one I'm gutted I never got to do.
The tunnels there were really good.
So basically, it's just a leisure centre, but back in the 70s, where the swimming pool was, they drained it out, and they used it as a venue for top bands at the time.
That's it, yeah. Loads of bands played there, didn't they?
Wasn't it? And it's just, but also underneath, there are all these beams, and it's used in the war, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, they used it as a air raid shelter during the war.
Yeah, so all the beams have got like people have like
graffiti from the war planes and everything drawn on them.
Yeah, and it's all gone. They had the games, built another one, and that's it. It's gone. And
is it being knocked down now, or is it?
They intend to. I think it's gone, hasn't it? It is going. But yeah,
good venue that was.
But yeah, it's such a shame, isn't it?
I think a lot of people with these events have got quite greedy as well.
Yes, can happen.
Yeah.
The money's making it quite restrictive these days to do anything. So finding these little beauties like, you know, the weird shop and what have you that are really well priced and what have you, you can explore to your heart's content.
That's right.
It's like saying Martin was talking on Saturday night, driving going up to Doncaster. You know, the dams around Derbyshire and things like that, Martin, you know, that story that you said about Lancaster. You know, they're summertime investigations, aren't they? You know, just go and enjoy yourself on a summer's night. You don't have to pay. You just go and enjoy.
That's it, yeah. Just go there, sit there and see what happens.
Yeah. We'll get Ellen along with the picnic.
Yeah, but I'll definitely get the picnic. Yeah, tuna sandwiches for Dave.
I'll have to join you sometime.
Yeah, well, it's good. We'll do that. So.
But yeah. See, Michelle as well, she just takes camcorder, not go live, take a bag of equipment, and then half the time doesn't get it out. But yeah, she does get some good stuff now on EVPs and things. It's brilliant.
I mean, going around with Michelle was like being with the BBC. I mean, it's quite a big camcorder, isn't it? It's one of them.
Well, it's something to get, isn't it? Exactly, Andy. Yeah. I'd love a vacation there to see some of the haunted areas. And this is the thing, like the UK is it's got so much old history.
Yeah.
You know, you've got so many old buildings, but also you don't know what's underneath the ground.
That's it, yeah. What was there before that was built?
Yeah, that's right. So I investigated across the road, about 5 minutes away, and then realised that this was an old Anglo-Saxon graveyard where my house is.
Wow.
Like, cool.
Right.
So that's what they said. I need to actually check up on that, and not really had anything. And well, I've got a lot happening in my house, but that's because I go out a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, get used to things happening, but
what's I mean, this is my general sort of question out there. I mean, what's people's feelings on sort of protection? You know, I was going to say spells, but protection that you apply to yourself at the start and the end and what have you. What are people's feelings on that these days? Because I know it used to be a massive thing back in the day, and I must admit I don't really bother these days. And
I don't know. I used to years ago before I went out. Always protection, but now I don't bother.
No.
Yeah. So what do the people say is watching? Do you use protection or not? So I started doing development lessons, and they sort of said you've got to ground protect yourself all the time, right through day to day. And I thought, well, I've managed all my life without protecting and ground myself, so why the hell should I do it all the time?
Yeah.
You know, and then like you start going to events, and then I just an event with they did the grounding and protection at the beginning and remembered at the end, because a lot of the time they'd forget at the end.
Yeah.
So you do it at the beginning, and then, you know, but now I don't do it.
No,
I should do maybe, but I don't.
It makes me wonder sometimes whether it actually gets you to zone into what you're meant to be doing on the night. I mean, I know back in the day when I used to do it, that I felt like the nights were always a little bit more active, but I don't know whether that was just a placebo effect on what we were feeling, you know.
Because they say it makes you more visible to the spirits, doesn't it? If you've got your protection on your aura around you, but I'm not so sure. No. I've had stuff happening without the protection.
Yeah, but you can, like, you could go through a phase of like opening up, but then if you've got this protection around you, then it can be too much. That spirit think, oh, they're well protected, you can't even get near them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So. I don't tend to, but I
am tempted to do it again one night when we get the team together and just see whether it makes
a difference.
Yeah, you've got to try it. Haven't you? Yeah, sounds good.
Like
I did do it to myself once in Greyclough Tunnels. I was in a big doing seance, and I started feeling sick, dizzy, everything. I come out the circle and put protection on myself, and then went back in and I felt okay then. Whether that was just in my head, psychological, or what, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like placebo effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is it, because like when you first go and you think, oh my gosh, I'm going ghost hunting, how scary is that? And you know, you're kind of happy that you've got this little cushion of protection, because it's all right with your head, isn't it? You know, you're safe, you're going to be protected, blah, blah, blah. But now you just go and you come back, and like I had a spirit in my house 2 days before I actually went to that workshop. So it freaked the dog out. So the dog was just growling at something, and he just wouldn't settle. This was for about an hour from 5 o'clock. And I think it was from there. You know, I was hosting at Haunted Antiques on the Friday, but the haunted shop was Saturday. Well, if something come up from the Haunted Antiques, well, it would have been here more than once, so the dog would be used to it in that way.
Yeah,
I think the spirits there kind of protect me as well.
Yeah.
You know, you get to know them, don't you? It's really weird.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only 2 miles away from where I live now, so you know, they can follow me home for a cuppa.
Can't they? What a place! That's so cool to live near there, though.
That's good then, Dave. Next time we do that, we'll keep at your house for the night. That's brilliant.
Oh, yeah, get that one by Sam. I can hear what she's saying now in the background.
Cool. So a lot of teams, not as big as others, and do not have a large budget or charge for tickets. All places should be available for all teams to investigate.
And this is primarily why we do team share stuff these days,
Yeah.
rather than eventing. When we do eventing, we end up losing no end of money because we cannot make it back. But when we do team share events, not only do we get the knowledge, the background, all the people that want to be there, you know, it with the prices are lowered because you're making the payment back to cover off the event itself and nothing more. So
yeah, that's right. I've been booking, and it's very rare that you've got more money back than what you know. And then I'm paying £25 insurance a month.
Yeah.
So you know, there's that, and that's very rarely covered. But the way I see it, like I could go on a public event, it could be £40 a time, even more, because some locations are more. Because to get in places, you know, it costs them a lot to arrive. You know, and you know, if I'm just paying 40 quid, you know, 25 quid a month, so you know that's over 4 weeks, and that. And then you're just paying 25 quid to go somewhere you've booked or something.
Exactly. I've set my limit on. I don't do many public events now, any public events, and I've set the limit on what I will spend on it, because obviously there's a bit of profit made as well.
Oh yeah.
Depends.
We don't do it. We do it for the love of it, and the
That's
people.
right. But if you are doing it for profit, just be honest and open about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, like if you're a limited company, it's obvious, isn't it?
Oh goodness, yeah.
But you know, and some like give expenses. You know, they give expenses for the sort of people to get there and back.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
But like I say,
if somebody wants to pay me to go to a site and whatever, that's fine.
Well, you do it, wouldn't you? But then again, you probably won't enjoy it as much because you'll be explaining different things to your guests. You know what it's like. You'll be following your guests around. You'll get
when you're hosting or holding a vigil yourself, you just can't enjoy it.
It's different, You do get a bit, you know. You sort of get to experience what is happening if you've got the taps, you know, if you've got things like that going off, and you know, you do get things, and that, you know, that's why I do host as well. But it's also nice to see people's faces, especially the skeptics that come along, you know, this is rubbish, and then something happens, and you know, if it changes the mind a little bit, that's lovely, isn't it?
Of course,
you know, you're not there to change anyone's mind, but if they get a personal experience, that is just wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a nice question here from Gina then. Do you find that doing live you get less occurrences? What do you think then, Dave?
Well, I think if you go in live, it's more to show your people on your channel, on your page, what have you, where you are more than anything. And if you catch anything when you're doing a live, it's a boosted bonus, and people say, "Oh, there's so and so there, summit here," but you're spending all your time trying to get the right shot and to portray it out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you miss the obvious happening around you when you're doing.
That's it.
I've learned that because I used to love doing lives, but I don't do many now at all. So
and I didn't even do one from that weird shop at all.
No,
but I have got about 4 hours of video footage.
How have you? So you got to do that editing?
Well, I don't edit. I just stuck a front and a back on it.
Oh, no,
you know, I'm not edit. I can't edit. I can't do. Put it this way, I just haven't got the time.
No, exactly.
That was another thing I found tedious with hours of footage. You sit there and you think, do I really have to go through that?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is to do short, sharp snaps. Maybe 5 or 6 or 10 minutes of every. 10 minutes too long. Once you start viewing it, you sat there, you're losing things, you're nodding off. Same with EVP, a short EVP. Make it short and snappy, and then it's easy to actually look at it on the end result. So
well, I'm not going to just put there like a camera there for half an hour and nothing happens.
No.
Obviously, you know, I am just going to show a clip. But it's the interaction of the people there as well. Like the weirdest thing, well, loads of weird things happened at that weird shop on Saturday. And at one stage, somebody was doing Estes. We're all sitting in the basement room where the coffin and the electric chair was. And there was snoring.
Oh.
Something was snoring. So we thought it was the girl doing the Estes method. So we got someone to go and tap her on the shoulder. But it stopped. But then she started it again and it started snoring and someone went right up to her and it wasn't her.
Wow.
Okay, so I put it on my page that, we had snoring and it was real proper snoring. And somebody the previous night had got snoring in the same room.
Ah.
So I don't get it, but it was just so blatant snoring.
Someone's still asleep down there.
Well, you don't know that very often on ghost hunts, do you?
Well, no, it's not
Spirit
your
snoring.
normal. It's not your normal, is it?
No.
But unfortunately, the camera didn't pick it up. It just picked up going, what the hell's that? And it picked us up checking this girl to see, are you there? Are you snoring? And
she was asleep.
I was just sure it was her. Well, you don't think ghosts are going to be there snoring. Well, something's going to be snoring, do you? And you just get these weird things, don't you?
Well, that's a good one, mate. Because when Dave mentioned earlier, sorry for interrupting you, but when I went to our school and I met Dave, when I met Dave, we heard like a radio signal. Remember that, Dave?
Yeah.
And that we both looked at each other and went, what the hell was that? And that's the first time we really communicated, wasn't it? And we seemed to bond with that. But that was strange, wasn't it?
It happened twice that night, didn't it? In fact, it happened twice that night and then at another location.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. Right. And that was very interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was like almost like, like a police radio type thing. It was that kind of tune in with a bit of sound of something. We couldn't figure out what it was or where it was coming from. We tried everything.
It was there with us in theory, wasn't it? It wasn't in another room. And that was strange. That was our affair started, Dave, really, wasn't it?
It was, mate, yeah. I've never been the same since.
Don't you just love it? You really do. They're so ground and protect daily, but if you're open spirit, you get around spirits all day. And I investigated that weird shot with Jeanette, and oh wow, it was so incredible on Saturday night, wasn't it? And I asked the group of people to let me know anything they got beforehand, and Jeanette got some amazing stuff through. So, oh, brilliant!
Crystal share protection, yeah.
I've not heard of that one.
No,
I can't say because it might come out really badly, knowing me.
I thought that was someplace in Wales, Gina. I don't know.
No offense to any Welsh on the
I've actually got some Tiger's Eye, yeah.
Yes.
I do know that one. But yeah. But, it is, some groups are big and the greedy.
Yeah.
Hi, Liz. Hope you're well.
Hi, Liz.
Oh, Liz.
Hi. Thanks for joining us, Alison. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Alison, yeah.
Oh, Michelle loves editing. But, oh, wow. Michelle has so much footage.
Yeah.
She really does. But, yeah.
Come on.
Nobody suggested any names, Dave.
Nobody suggested any names, have it? So we'll have to call it.
To everybody in the life, before we finish, we need to give him a name. What is this bloke's name? Put names in the chat.
Yeah, if you've got a name for the guy on the loo.
I can't get him in common now.
And it can't be Paul.
Or Richard. Anyway, hello, Dave. Spirits are the curtains behind you. It's a teenage boy with his friends. Which Dave? Oh, yeah. Do you know?
Spirits are the curtains behind you. It's a teenage boy with his friends. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, this snoring. It was mad, wasn't it? We just it was so loud.
Coming in.
It's so loud. It's like my dog snoring. But yeah. Hey,
Hey, up here. How you doing, Mel Cocker?
I want to go to your Swaddling Coat cinema, but I'm actually at the Parameet that night.
Oh, is that Parameet weekend, is it?
Parameet is on then, on the Saturday and the Sunday. So yeah, because Richard's at your event, Ian, and he's actually at the Parameet.
Oh.
On a Sunday, so luckily, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Here we go. We've got a Benny.
Benny.
We've got an Alex.
Alex. That's a strange one, Gina. Why did you say Alex? You don't mind me asking.
Waka
Waka. There's only one Waka Waka, Paul.
Hey, Paul, Waka Waka FL, you know that is.
His red shirt. No way.
I've got to say, I've been here, 8 months now, and I've not sensed anything here, but it is based, the house is built on an old building from many moons ago, so who knows?
That sounds cool.
Well, I do like Alex,
it could be. It was just strange. But it was only while the girl sat there with the headphones on that it was happening. So I don't get it. It was just so weird. So hey Tony, hope you're well. Use that camera the other night, Tony. It's doing well. Got some great footage on that.
It'll be interesting in the weird shop, Jacqueline. What other buildings are around it as well? Because don't forget the old other buildings there could hold some spirits, or
Well, this is it. Because I looked at the photo when I got home, and they are all joined together. Obviously, it's just one block of buildings, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and Ian Z says like there is you could get from one to the other at some stage, and when we went to the top floor, there's actually it looked like there's a bit of a door there. So that had been blocked up, so you couldn't go next door, and it's like the attic where back in the day you could sort of go in one attic and you go right across. But there's all that, isn't there? Cheers.
Yeah.
But yeah. So hi Drew, hope you well.
Okay.
So DNTV, look out for Drew's channel as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be seeing Drew, talk to him to come to the Parameet, which is near Bristol direction. Yeah, the weird shop, Paul. I was looking at the photos today, and you've just got one bit of building, and it's just a load of them, isn't it? And
if you remember back in when we used to do the old haunted museum, that we had the sweet shop next door. That was a similar setup, wasn't it?
That sweet shop.
Beautiful place.
That was a very similar setup, and that had some stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you go to a location and you get something so gruesome, like that sweet shop was. The minute I walked in, I picked up an undertaker.
Yeah.
But then, and as soon as I walked in the door at the sweet shop,
wow.
And then as it carried on, I was getting other images of harvesting body parts, basically.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's right near the local asylum at the time. And I just think people went to the cinema, and then the sweet shop was next door, and people kind of went missing, because in those days, I don't think they were that bothered.
No.
So they went there, and then as we went upstairs, I was seeing an operating table and everything. And,
I remember that.
Then other people were getting stuff as well. And it's like, well, this is just a building next door to a cinema. How can you get all this?
Very active place that was.
And it was mad, wasn't it? And that was the night that I took that damn thing home with me. So that Undertaker one was my attachment, and he came with me.
Wow.
Yeah. Paul said there was a family upstairs. I remember that bit.
Yeah. And we had we were on the floor, and we had a lot of activity, didn't we, with the gadgets? Remember that? And
it was a very active building, that was.
Yeah.
But it was falling apart.
Probably right, Paul, on that. It was last group, wasn't it? So.
Yeah.
I will say, back to Ian. I already know, but like Ian Griffiths, that place in Swallingcote. People don't explore places like that much, but there's a lot of history up there, especially that old cinema. You know, Burn-on-Trent and Swallingcote. Yeah, I think that'll be a good night.
Oh yeah, you didn't know we've got the cameras everywhere. Yeah, oh bless you.
Well, you should tell your boy. You should, careful driving.
Ledford Jones.
Come to Nottingham, there's average speed cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
But when you hit the M69, there's nothing, is there? I've noticed because we're past you at 100 miles an hour. It's like amazing, and it's crazy. But yeah, you feel like you're going really slow and they're just flying by. But yeah, it is unbelievable. But yeah, we have been to some amazing locations, and yeah, so I'll let you know, like when I book somewhere, and
yeah,
and yeah, it's just great. Oh, 35, that's unlucky, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's over 10%. Anything over 10%, they always get on 35, though, don't they? So tell me anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was always the old thing, wasn't it? It's 1% on. But yeah. So, have you got any places what you've got planned coming up then, Dave? Always asking.
Well, we're going to. Don't know about you, Dave. You're going on Saturday to Sleep Airfield. No.
Oh, are you?
Don't think I am. I'm not doing many these days at the moment.
No. Sleep. It's an old training airfield. Telford, the other side of Telford, Market Drayton.
Yeah, just past Shrewsbury, isn't it? Top end of the M54.
That's too far from you.
It should be interesting, but there's another airfield near that I'd like to go to, and I can't remember the name of it now. I looked into it last night. I did speak to I can't remember the name now, from Stoke. Oh, come on. Anyway, she said you can't get in it now anyway. So, but yeah, going to Sleep. There's a lot of little airfields around there as well, you see. So, should be interesting.
Oh,
very
wow.
interesting. And it has actually got recorded. There's a website you can get through the RAF, which tells you recorded deaths on particular sites. It's got a lot of that. So,
wow.
Should be interesting. I love it.
Oh, Anne-Marie's got an awesome location. Never been. Aniston's Funeral Parlour in Hull.
Oh,
love to go there.
I've heard about that. I've never been there. I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah. It went quiet for a while, didn't it? So I don't know if they stopped investigations there. But it seems to be coming more on the scene again. But yeah. Oh, have a great night at that one because, it's a very interesting location. Yeah.
Well, I think on that note, we've got Hat Green.
Yeah, Hat Green nuclear bunker.
Oh, yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah.
No, it's quite a busy.
So we've got Phil. Hiya.
Hi, Phil.
What time do you call this? We're just going out the door, mate.
you got another 20 minutes, yeah.
It must be full now.
Yeah.
I thought it was only on till 9.
Oh, no. You don't read, do you?
No.
No. Nor do
Took me
I.
20 minutes to get on it.
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's it. So, got to catch up a bit, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's an amazing building. We did the house. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I'm actually going to York.
Oh, lovely.
So, I'm going to... It's the anniversary of Dick Turpin's death. And I'm investigating the Castle Museum.
Oh,
so that's in April. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm staying in a different haunted pub this time. So last time I went to York, I stayed for 3 nights in the Golden Fleece.
God,
this time I'm staying in the other well-known haunted pub.
What, Guy Fawkes?
No, the Black Swan, is it?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Whatever it's called. But yeah, that looks nice and creepy. So when I booked, I said, "Can I have the most haunted room, please?" And I said, "When I get in, can I investigate downstairs?" And she said, "Well, just let the landlady know because she don't want to be scared by noises downstairs." Hiya.
Hi, Amanda.
So Amanda's my paranormal partner at Harpic.
No.
So yeah. Okay. Harpic, HAPRC. Hiya. Hello, Emma. Are you all right? Oh, yeah. That's it. It's the black swan, yeah. But it's weird because I was looking. I wanted to get in the fleece, but I wondered about the black swan, and then I was googling like most haunted hotels and everything, and that's not on Booking.com. And like some of the prices for York were ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But then when I contacted them, I phoned them up, and it's £100 a night for one person.
Oh, that's not bad.
So that is quite good compared to other places that I'm staying at.
Golden Fleece, that's you fleeced. Staying there, isn't it? It's well expensive, that is.
It's more than that, yeah, that's right. But last time I ended up in the suite. I got a great big bathroom, and then I got a massive suite, which is mad just for me. And that was on the Fleece, and it's just where the bore thing is.
Yeah,
and I was just right there looking over it. So you look
Right.
straight out onto the Shambles, which, if you don't know York, it's just a beautiful old-fashioned street with. It's just fascinating because back in the day, I think we just used to nearly shake hands, didn't they?
Yes. Well, because the Shambles is that used to be full of everything flowing down it to a river, what have you. Because we didn't used to have toilets, did we? So we used. That's why the houses are built so close together to keep people off the street, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, at the top anyway.
Yeah, and it's nice that the original building's still there, isn't it? So yeah, to go that weekend and go to the Castle Museum, which in Nottingham they've got the Galleries of Justice, so you kind of got the old style cells, and you've got a castle. You've got so much going on and so much history in the building.
Yeah,
and the Castle Museum, it's also got an old fashioned street in there as well, of old fashioned shops. So. And hopefully, I don't know if Mackenzie will be there because she actually works there in the day. So last time I went there, I bumped into Mackenzie, and you walk in and she's screaming at me. I'm screaming at her. It's like, hey, because I'd interviewed Mackenzie ages ago.
Yeah.
Oh, bless Helen. Helen's so sweet. Oh, bless. Oh, give advice. Yeah, okay.
Right.
No, I do straight things. Oh, bless you. I do try though, I always try and help people in Messenger, if people are down, whatever. And I just do what I can, and
of course
shouldn't people do that, But yeah, we all need to get together. I do miss you and Paul so much. Oh, bless you. Yeah, we need to get together. We'll sort something definitely.
Yeah, we could do that.
But yeah, I think we've got something coming up anyway, haven't we? If Ellen and Paul are coming, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, the old 27th of April, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
Riding through the Glen. I don't know who Glen is like, but
Yeah, so that'd be a good night, and we'll just have a laugh and a few stairs to walk up and down.
It's a very small place, though, isn't it? Martin's been there, and you used to live there, Martin, didn't you? Apparently.
I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
It's been over 4 floors. You got 4 floors. Well, counting the cellar, you got 4 floors.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like we said before, there's a lot of stairs.
This is what I can't do after them. You go to anymore because I can't.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, them stairs, yeah. And the cellar is an awkward one.
No, the cellar's a bit awkward to get into, but once you're in there, it's really good.
Oh, it is, yeah. And that's one of my first, one of the first times I spoke to Spirit. But my past life regression, my first one, I kind of lived there in 1300s. And I went to the castle. And the first time I actually spoke to Spirit was actually Robin Hood, where I spoke to the grumpy man's daughter, mediumistically, and somebody had a pendulum and they sort of getting all the answers, which was really cool. And that features in my past life as well, because the guy who lives there, I used to work for in a past life. And there's a lot of coincidences.
Yeah.
And it is weird, isn't it? How things from past life and sort of all linked together and stuff.
Yeah, bring it together to a certain place, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. like Carl, I'm not sure if he's watching at the moment, but he was earlier, and he's been told not to have his past life done by a few mediums. So there's something there which is of a concern.
Definitely.
But at the same time, he's kind of picking up links. Amanda, Amanda's heard my past life. When I went to the Parafest, and I was a speaker, and at the first one I mentioned about the second past life, which relates to the National Justice Museum. I didn't really know. I didn't even know links to my past life then, I don't think. It's just a chat about a spirit who is known in to haunt now 4 different locations. Because people say they're in one location. Well, whenever we went to these 4 locations, he was there. But think about it, back in 1800s, a person lived somewhere. There's 2 pubs nearby. He went to that one, Salutation. He went to the trip. He had a drink there.
Yeah.
And he worked in the court. And, it's weird how, all of those places I've investigated. But then when sort of stories elaborated from there, I did sort of Mandy West, the haunted historian. She was like, I gave her some information to look at, and she found the names. Wow. She clarified the names, and she clarified things were actually tied in with the information that I'd got. And then through mediums saying things and other things, I've actually found out what happened to me in a past life. And it's the most incredible story, and it is in my book. But rather than put it as one...
Fascinating.
Rather than put it as one story, I've got it in different chapters, because I don't want somebody non-paranormal reading it and just going, "Oh, she's nutty." But if you can take the link from one and the coincidences, and they just come through the book, and hopefully I've linked that okay. But I'll have a word with the publisher to make sure it does kind of work out that
that's why you've
done it.
People
in the field to try and put 2 and 2 together. To understand there is a link there, rather than you doing a book like that for people out there and going, "Oh, she's crazy," because you wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Someone reads that you're born there, and then this happened and this happened. Well, no, it's mad, isn't it? But I have investigated. I've been to the National Justice Museum. I've been overshadowed twice badly by the judge there. He's been to my house on more than one occasion under trance conditions in the Robin Hood. He actually admitted that he'd been to my house and done something, which was right, he had. And it's just amazing. So have you got any creepy stories then, Dave?
Me?
Yeah.
Every time I wake up, I look in the mirror, that's a creepy story. No. I have, but I know it sounds a bit strange now. I've got to think about it a lot. I'm not getting any younger, so I do forget things,
Yeah.
And it will come to me. Like I say, there's a lot of things happening, and when I was younger, scared of the dark, and I used to be really scared. But the creepy stories now, it's I don't know. I don't know.
Really 21, mate.
21, mate. Yeah. We're not getting any younger, are we? So I have got them, but sometimes I find it hard to sort of recap them.
Oh, bless you.
Me. I don't think I'm shutting them off, but you come out with some stories sometimes, you tell people and look at you sometimes like you're a bit daft. Well, I'm a bit daft, but even dafter than I am. There you go. So
yeah, that is right though. If I go into the full hour-long version of that story, people think you need locking up, really. But things can happen. Dave, as well, what about you? Any weird stories?
Do you know what? When you put on the spot like this, it completely evades your mind. The only weird stuff that really messed me up was probably the Leopard Inn, if you've ever done that. So many coincidental noises timed around asking questions and stuff, which could have been debunked, were debunked or what have you, but it was just so coincidental.
Yeah, that's right.
And scary at the time that your mind thinks, was it that? Was it something else? But yeah, Leopard Inn was a weird place.
Interesting.
And that was the first place that I properly felt like I was getting touched by something or prodded and what have you. It was a very weird sensation.
Is that Burslem?
I can't remember where it is now.
Hanley, Burslem.
It's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it burned down, didn't it, a few years
ago?
That's
it. Yeah, it's a shame that was, because I was going to visit it that night. I was going to the Stoke Museum, and I thought, well, where is it? So I thought, I'll just go and drive by it, and I don't know if it burnt down the night before or you know what I mean, or that day or something. So yeah,
that's another good place that's gone out, isn't it? You know,
so, it is a shame. Yeah. So Martin, Amanda, what paranormal encounter is the most memorable to you?
Yeah, what paranormal encounter? Well, I said the first one I had was that one in Woodchester.
Yeah,
that's the one that sticks with me the most, because that was my first encounter with the paranormal. But I've had over the years. There's been loads. You're trying to put finger on one.
It is hard to come up with stories.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like
Guys Cliff, the table tipping we've done in Guys Cliff is amazing.
Yeah.
Best table tipping we've done, and we've had it twice on 2 separate nights in the same place.
Yeah.
It's like the coach house.
Yeah, the coach house is really good.
What happened?
The table, he starts rocking. There's 4 of us, wasn't there, Dave, around the table?
Yes.
And he started rocking a bit, then it tipped right up, and we got it. We said, okay, put it up onto one leg. It goes up onto one leg, falls over, pick it back up, do it again, starts going, goes the other way, up onto one leg, then back down again. It's really going well.
That was controlled table tipping.
It was,
It was controlled.
Plus, remember, we had a rempod and a cat ball and a cat ball coming up from the door.
Yeah.
The rempod went off. Yeah. Then the first cat ball, second cat ball, third cat ball, and then the table started moving.
Wow.
As if something was coming up towards the table. Yeah. That was really good.
That was that young stable boy, wasn't it?
Yes.
He was he's very interactive in that building.
Yeah, you put that up, Dave, didn't you?
Yeah.
On your voice thing when we was in there last time. So yeah.
I picked up on it before I even walked in the room.
I'm saving my sequin top in for SWAD. I know I use SWAD is like a bit of sequins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say about that. But
oh my gosh. So Anne-Marie got stopped by police on the motorway by being boxed in, apparently because a car similar to hers had done a runner from the police. First time I heard somebody say they had just left a ghost hunt.
Wow.
Awesome. And Emma got a stable boy as well. But there you go.
But you know me, Ian. But back to that one at Guys Cliff, and this my brain's ticking over again, like we said earlier. That feeling in that room opposite, I don't know what it's called, the room opposite the...
opposite the wine cellar.
Yeah. That feeling I had, and you had it as well, Martin, it felt like like an horror movie where something's going to happen. And that's the first time I felt that.
That felt like something was in the background all the time, didn't it?
I thought, this is it now, someone's coming through the door.
And you can't control it. There was no control I felt there, so... That was interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever felt anywhere, and I thought, "What am I doing this for? What's going on here?"
Yeah. I want to go home.
Yeah, I want to go home.
Yeah, it was pretty hair raising on Saturday when everything went off all of a sudden. I think the owner of the building was a bit perturbed, to be fair.
He's going to work there.
Hey?
He has to work there, so it's all
yeah,
right.
that's it. You know, he's going to lock and unlock, hasn't he? And yeah, so it is kind of ramping up at a moment there, definitely. There's more and more go, but yeah, wanted, and I think he's got it. But yeah,
like I said earlier, there's got to be places like that in other parts.
They have, you know, and it's just getting somebody who's up for it as well. Because he did do hosting before getting the shop anyway. So he used to host at the Salutation, which is a pub in Nottingham, which I sort of mentioned. But yeah, but I want to thank you all anyway. Have we got a name yet? Anyway,
we have various names.
We had Benny and Alex, didn't we?
Yeah,
and Waka Waka.
Waka Waka.
So what's his name?
There's only one Waka Waka FL, Paul.
I know, Dad. There's only one Waka Waka.
There's only one Waka Waka. So shall we call him Alex then? It's a nice name, isn't it?
It's Alex.
Yeah, from that lovely lady I assume the lady's from the States.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name now, I'm terrible at names.
Alex, but I'll call him Paul.
You call him Paul, Alex. Alex Paul.
Alex Paul.
Alex.
Anne-Marie says Thomas.
Thomas, I got. Oh, no, I can't say Thomas. It's my youngest son. Even he talks to me more than he does, so, you know.
Oh, God. Yeah, and all the time. You know, I get some crazy nights, I really do, and wow.
I think
yours want more. No matter what happens, even if you have something really good on one investigation, you want more the next time.
Yeah, but going to our question from Ian. Ian, do you remember when we did Grace Durham summer?
No.
With that, we just went up on spec. Ian, fancy going to ride out. We went to
Great
Grace in Leicestershire, which is a good place. We just sat there, and we got quite a bit that night, didn't we? About mist and what have you. So I think sometimes
I've had a weird mist there.
Yeah. Amazing.
I had a weird mist, which was like a person, only bigger.
Yes.
And it went towards the gatehouse and then hid behind the gatehouse.
Right. Well, this is by the fire.
Strange.
You know, the fire pit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the chimney. Yeah.
Well, Ian was sat in there, and it was just a figure that was just there. And I thought, is it me vaping? I thought, oh, no, I got my vape on me. So, you know, it was good. It was very interesting. And so that's the type of thing you got to do in the summer. Spontaneously just say, right, let's go here. Let's go here.
Yeah.
You know,
and then you get other teams arrive sometimes, and it just gets
exactly. Yeah, well, Lisa Clark turned up.
It's good to meet them though sometimes. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, that's cool. Right, we've got to go anyway. I've got a Dark Mirror show coming on at 1:30, so we're running out of time. But
okay.
I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for all the comments. So we've got a goodbye from Dave.
Yes, thank you everybody. Thank you, Jacqueline. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And Dave.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
And we've got Martin. I'm going to put all the links in the page so you'll be able to contact them and follow their groups. And I think I'll have them on again so everyone can insult them again. And maybe Paul will come on.
Yeah, we need Paul on.
Yeah, got to get Paul on.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Cheers all.
Thank you all.
Bye.